Hey, I'm Brian Van, SportBikeTrackHere.com. Today we're going to install a MotoHolders fairing stay on our Kawasaki Ninja 400 Moto America Junior Cup bike. Okay, the MotoHolders fairing stay design is really similar to the OEM. This is not intended to be used on a street bike. This is going to be race bike only with the mirrors removed. Okay, I think that's pretty clear. This has provisions for the regulator, right, which we've already relocated using the Norton Motorsports relocation bracket. So that doesn't really matter to us at all. And it also has provisions to hold the coolant reservoir jug, which we have relocated on this bike as well. It's down here with the Motion Pro, so we're not going to use that. The mounting surface looks to be a little bit different, right? This is a little more rectangular than what we see here, right? This one is made out of steel. This one's made out of aluminum, a little more flexible, a little easier to repair. We're going to remove this first, and then I'm going to have Caleb weigh both to see if there is any weight savings that is going to be enjoyed with this replacement. We already have the bike in a state of disassembly. Okay, we're doing a couple of little projects here as we get ready to go down to the COTA tire test with Moto America. A couple wiring harness clips I'm going to pull. That one was pretty brittle, it just snapped right off. That will not be reused on this install. Okay, the harness is out of the way. This bike has the K-Tech steering damper on it. Bracket bolts up along with the fairing stay. When we go down to COTA, one of the things that I do want to do is I want to test a little bit without the steering damper and see if the bike is stable without it. I know there's some riders on the 400 that are using it, others are not. Kind of curious to see what Max's opinion is with it removed, and if he's able to ride it without the steering damper on. All the little, just a slight weight savings there, of course. This is a pretty simple project. You know, the biggest thing is going to be the body work, but if you've already converted your bike to a race bike, it's really not a big deal. It feels a little bit heavier in my hands. I'm going to have Caleb go down to the warehouse and drop this on the scale and compare it to our MotoHolders. Okay, fresh back from the digital shipping scale. 2.7 pounds, 1.35. That is a 50% weight savings, right? You're saving 1.35 pounds at the end of the day by installing this MotoHolders bracket. Before we did this, I honestly didn't think the weight savings was going to be that significant. I felt like, you know, this is such a complex piece, a lot going on here, that when I grabbed onto it and held it, I'm like, God, this feels, there's a little bit of weight here, and you know, that tubular one, that steel one, it can't be that much heavier. Well, I was wrong. With Max and in the Junior Cup, right, we have to adhere to a 462.971 pound combined rider and bike weight. The rider gets to have the helmet, the suit, the boots, the gloves, the whole nine, everything they're going to wear. Max is 5'10", weighs 155 pounds right now without anything on. And even last year, when we had the bike weighed and Max weighed at Barber Motorsports Park for Junior Cup, without him having a suit on, a helmet, there was no lower on the bike, the gas tank was completely empty. We were just a couple of pounds under the minimum weight. So he's put on some weight, he's a little bit bigger already going into this new season. I know we have some room to go, and before we go down to Texas, right, that's gonna be a great spot for me to get this bike weighed. I'm gonna spend a little bit of time trying to lighten this thing up, right, within the rules, of course, and get as close to that minimum weight as possible, because that'll help max out a little bit. Finishing up our install here, I mean, at the end of the day, this is a pretty simple thing. Let's get this wrapped up. I think the most significant thing we have here is, you know, being able to share the difference in weight. If you're building the proper race bike, stuff like that will be important to you. And we can also give you an idea of how well this thing bolts up. I've used MotoHolders on a few of the bikes over the years, and the product has always been really good. Steering damper. And then off camera, you know, I think I said this when I did that regulator relocation bracket, you know, I've got a lot of, you know, cleanup and reroute work that needs to be done here, right? We're gonna do that stuff, you know, off camera. I'm not gonna do that in this video. Everything's lining up just fine. I just wasn't able to just push that fastener through, so I'm just gonna rotate it a little bit. Got our lock nuts here. I think next week we're going to be able to do the trailer segment. Got a whole bunch of stuff ordered to get this new trailer I bought ready for the season. That should be pretty cool. We've got a bunch of stuff on the way from Pitbull. Got a tire rack, some other cabinets, E-Track. We took the trailer over to our local Line-X dealer today. That's the spray-on truck bed liner. I had my previous trailer, which was an all aluminum Featherlight. I had that one Line-X inside, and that was just great. The new one has a wood deck, and as I understand it, the Line-X really sticks to the wood well. So we're gonna have that done while the trailer's brand new. We're gonna have the underneath undercoated. And we use it in the winter here for snowmobiles too, so this is kind of a dual purpose trailer for us. It was pretty spendy, so I wanna make sure I'm doing everything I can to help it last. There you go. You know, I'm not really going to go any farther because, like I said, I mean, I'll clean all this stuff up here as I go. You know, there's some things I want to clean up on that harness. We're just not going to do that on camera. I like what I see so far. We'll do a follow-up too before we go down to Dakota when I have the bike completely ready. We're going to show you guys exactly what we're running, how we have it set up before we turn any laps there. Cover that with you too. Might help you set up your own Ninja 400. And I give you an idea of how this interacts with the bodywork. My expectations are the bodywork is going to fit phenomenally with this on there. If you have any questions, leave those in the comment section of this video. I answer all that stuff myself, and I'm always here to help you get the best experience from your next performance mod from Sportbike Track Gear.